Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included in our Ultimate Base 3.0. In between the episodes I took myself the liberty of finishing excavating all of this, and right now we are just collecting the materials so everything is tidy and nifty. I also replaced the storage bin we have here with an automatic dispenser. This is still the same, all and sweep only, with a priority of 1. So everything I'm gonna sweep up, they're just gonna bring to this automatic dispenser and then it's gonna land in this tile down here. Right here we have everything we own currently. So we better keep that in mind. In the beginning of this episode, I want to address a couple of minor things that I noted down. For instance, we have a problem with this water sieve here. It can only really process 5 kilograms of liquid at a time. Meaning if we pump up 10 kilograms at a time, half of it is gonna bypass and just gonna be dropped back into the water, which means half of the power we're using for this pump is gonna be wasted. In the comment section there was the suggestion to actually solve that with a liquid valve, so maybe we should try that. I have the space for one right here, so instead of going directly into the input, we want to go into the input of the valve. We're then gonna go ahead and separate this connection and finally connect these guys. The valve doesn't require any power, so let's just get it built and we can set it up to only allow 5 kilograms of liquid at a time. And there it is. Let's go ahead and do that. Right now it's set to 10 kilograms, so we want to lower this to 5,000 grams. Wonderful. And now the liquid that is here will have to queue up, but we usually don't get that much liquid, so we should be alright. It's just gonna queue up until it can be processed. Wait a second. Ah, I get it. Okay, this actually is a work errand. Okay, I was so confused right there. A duplicant has to come and actually make the change we just applied. I think Devon just did it, but you get the basic gist. This is gonna make sure we don't waste power with the liquid pump. Next up, I believe we have some skill points. The most important one is gonna be bird, so we can get into critter ranching. Finally, let's do that. Critter ranching, 1 hat for you. In terms of research, it might now be in our best interest to go for ranching, so we get all the applications and we can make sure we can save at least 1 critter per species. So we have all the options in the game, even though I would like to avoid ranching as much as possible, mostly for late game FPS reasons. Another problem we haven't solved yet are the oxygen canisters that come from broken exosuits. This one here contains 69 kilograms of oxygen. This is kind of insane, and if you release that you certainly will have some popped eardrums, but otherwise it's kind of a waste. So I think what I want to do is place it here on the very top, so all the oxygen is going to be hopefully distributed amongst the base, and we will also not have to use the oxygen diffusers as much to replace all that oxygen. To deal with that, we will have to unlock portable gases. I will do that right after the research we're doing right now. But with the canister emptier, our problems should be solved. One thing I forgot to mention about the system here pumping out the carbon dioxide is I'm saving the carbon dioxide for our first rocketry program towards the nearest planetoids. We can build a carbon dioxide rocket. And if we were to use the carbon skimmer, we would then completely get rid of the carbon dioxide. We might gain some polluted dirt in the process, but it's really not worth it. Of course, later on, once we're swimming in carbon dioxide, a carbon skimmer is a much more viable option. Well, I think I'm ready to do some more excavation here on the top. Let's get rid of that and that. Hold the phone, this is taller than I thought. Gonna build some ladders so they can actually complete this project. Oh no, what happened here with the seeds? They are all gone. What did I do? Well, let's make sure we replant them right away. I still have 81 units of reed fiber. We shouldn't worry too much. I also want to finish the insulating layer there, because I believe right now we might not have the right temperature. Yeah, look at that. It's already 30 degrees around here. Luckily, the thimblery can take it. I also started to excavate down here a little bit, mostly in order to distribute the water, and so we will have access to the ladder shafts sooner rather than later. One thing you need to know about the abyssalite, it does prevent heat from exchanging. However, the liquid for some reason always heats up if it actually comes across here. So what I had to do is just set up an insulation layer, and now the liquid didn't heat up. But I literally did get some steam as soon as it touched the abyssalite. And you can see the abyssalite itself is just 32. For some reason, some heat somehow gets transferred. It is called the abyssalite bug, at least in the old days. I heard rumors it's fixed, but don't mess with liquids and abyssalite. Ranching research completed, wonderful. That means we can get into portable gases. We unlocked the critter drop-off point. That's the one that I'm gonna use in order to bring the critters to a specific point and we can take care of them so they don't die out. Fish release, obviously the same thing but for fish, but we already have one fish right here and it should actually just produce one egg in its life cycle, though this one here is already getting old. Did I collect the... do I have an egg? We have a bunch of grub eggs and then a hatchling egg at the moment. Interesting, I will have to observe it. I thought a Pacu is always gonna lay one egg in its life cycle even if it isn't cared for, but maybe I was wrong, maybe they changed it. Anyways, I think I wanna go ahead and set this up here. We're gonna complete the room there. So it's gonna be something like this. Bunch of doors. A critter drop-off point. Maybe we do want to feed certain critters, so we can have a critter feeder or maybe even 2 or 3. And that's about it for now. We also have the shearing and grooming station. I guess I would like to have a grooming station. Let's place that in the center to save a little bit on time because the critters need to go to that grooming station. And that's probably all we need to make a temporary arrangement for our critters. Looks like we found a bunch of hatches inside of the cracks. This one is 42 years old and this one 9 years old. So you know what has to be done. Good job, Camille. Research completed. Wonderful. We get access to canister filler as well as emptier. The emptier, I want to place it there. Harold, you can do it. Breathable gas, we want to empty out oxygen, obviously. We don't want to enable auto bottle. This happens automatically with the broken exosuits. And I guess that's it. Meep or somebody is certainly gonna come soon enough and finish that job. Now I still expect some popped eardrums, especially if we get large bottles like this. It could be that, you know, all 3 suits broke at the same time and the oxygen stacked up. There it is, critter drop-off point. We basically want to drop off all the critters right now. And we're gonna start with this hatch here, 9 years old. We want to go ahead and wrangle up our first critter. It's a historic moment. And Bert is going for it. Looks quite professional. Now, theoretically, yeah, critter gets put in a potato sack. And Bert is gonna bring it to the critter drop-off point. Ah, great to watch. And then we want to feed this thing. Now, I would like to see some stone hatchlings. The reason we want hatches is because they poop coal. If we check the stats of the hatch, we can see there are many things they can actually eat. But there are certain foods that are gonna change the likeliness of them having a different type of offspring. We just so happen to know that if we feed them sedimentary rock, they are more likely to produce stone hatchlings. So sedimentary rock is what I want to feed them, at least until we get our first stone hatch. The next question you might ask is why stone hatches, and it's because stone hatches also eat igneous rock, which is a renewable material from volcanoes. I also would like to wrangle up a young sweetle. Let's see if we can find one. There's another one. This one is 65 years old. No thank you. Ah, there's the grub egg. We might want to collect that as well. So maybe temporarily we can do a storage bin, or we are just gonna do a dispenser. That might make more sense. Oh my gosh, I don't believe this just happened. I managed to trap the hatch in this tile. There it is, coming out again. Okay, let me just finish this. Get off there. Go. Dude. Okay, thank you. No, wait, no. You're driving me nuts. Okay, the stable is finally finished. It should be recognized as a stable. So my ranch is maybe even gonna start to groom them. Sweetles actually eat sulfur and poop sucrose, which I believe will then be eaten by the grub. I wonder how much sulfur. We have 739 kilograms. That is almost nothing. So we are only gonna try to groom this sweetle and not feed it. Hopefully it's gonna just lay one egg in its lifetime. I have to observe how this works nowadays. We got our automatic dispenser here. I'm gonna set it to sweep only, and we wanna enable all critter eggs. I'm then gonna go ahead and grab at least one grab egg. Well, you know what I mean. And there we go! Bert is actually grooming the critters. I just love this. This is one of my favorite animations of the game. I mean, it's just insane. We're almost done cleaning up everything. If I were to guess, yeah, we have a bunch more hatches here. Can I actually kill them off this way? Oh, great. We will get some more barbecue, guys. Now, another animal I would like to see in here is the draco. There's even a nice little egg for us to grab together with tons of phosphorite. No, actually just a little bit of phosphorite. No, actually tons of phosphorite. Ooh, nice. This way we could even feed the sweetle. The thing obviously here is we have tons of hydrogen and chlorine, and I want to make sure this goes down in a controlled manner. If this has to go through the entirety of our base, we're not gonna have a good time. It's also not really worth going down below, it's just gonna be more travel time, so I'm thinking I'm actually gonna make a liquid lock. I mean, why not? It's convenient and it is fairly quick. All we have to do is something like this and set up a bottle emptier. This can even be a weak liquid lock because we don't need to keep it for long, meaning that we just need a drop of liquid right there. However, you have to be mindful. It is actually dangerous, especially if you go into hot areas. You don't necessarily want to do that because it can happen that a duplicant drops something hot in that spot, and if it just evaporates in that moment, your liquid lock is going to be destroyed. However, nothing in here is going to be hot enough to destroy the drop of water I have here, so I'm not going to be worried. Oh, actually I should be worried, and I should mention that too. If you have anything in there that off-gases, then the drop can also be displaced. So assuming polluted dirt is gonna drop in this spot, then it can displace the water and also destroy your lock. Just as a side note. The area we're targeting here doesn't contain any bleach stone, however, I'm thinking it is more future-proof if we just have a little setup. It would be nice to have exosuits going out into the more nasty parts of the base and then excavate it from the left side until we have this all connected. So you know what? This is exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna have another setup here and we want to have another 3 exosuits. That means rock crusher, more copper ore please. Let's do another 20 crafts. We'll also need another pipe going up here. Whoop, whoop. Do that straight, move all the way over and feed these guys. Finally, power. That could be an issue because we're not really using this one to its full potential. However, that is going to change as soon as all the pipes and everything is activating. I think I might want to add another power transformer on this level. I mean, it is easily implemented. There's no reason not to do it, just to keep the cables, you know. And we're then gonna go ahead and connect this here, so we don't have to do it there anymore. Actually, I want to see this connected. We're gonna disconnect it here, get rid of that, and this way we can continue this all the way to our atmosuit docks. We're gonna deliver a suit each, obviously, and we also want to go ahead and craft those suits with copper. So 3 of you, please. Devin this time around is doing the rock crushing, and they're taking it as seriously as everyone else. And apparently so is Harold. Oh man, I just love how everyone is taking care of the rock crusher. What a world we live in. I also really love the exosuit forge animation. It's just great. I mean, look at that. I'm really already looking forward to the next clay game, to be honest. I first built stuff out of the wrong materials, so I am delayed a little bit, but there we go. Liquid lock is coming along and we already have 2 exosuits filled up, which means theoretically we can start digging things up. This is closed off, so there should be no air escaping. I still want to observe that once this is connected, I'm ready for it. But all we gotta do now is basically go up here. I would like to grab the egg first, or yeah, there's a draclet egg. I think I'm just gonna go for that one, and we are gonna kill off the rest of these guys. Though what do they actually eat? Yeah, of course, they eat the plants. Totally forgot about that. Now, in today's video, you can actually vote down below if you want me to wait with the plastic until we get to the other planetoid, or if we should ranch dracos in order to get plastic. What do you think? Because I would start with that the next episode, but I wanted to know what you think about it. There it is, draclet egg. Please pick that up. Also, check this out, they excrete phosphorite, so we could feed the poop of the dracos to our sweetles and then the poop of the sweetles to the grobs in order to get mud, but ultimately mud isn't that useful later on, and so the only reason we would do that is for meat. I think Harold is going for the egg. Wonderful. This is good news. Good news. I think I'm gonna kill this guy off at least, we don't need that. There are also still other regions like this one here where we have alive dracos. I believe we should be alright just with the 1 egg. Maybe I'm just gonna feed everyone what they want in case we never see any eggs here. Do I still collect eggs somewhere else? I mean, what the heck is this hatchling egg doing here, incubating? Do I make omelets? No, we're not actively cracking any eggs, and I also haven't queued up omelets so far. Let me bring the hatchling egg over to our stable, and in turn we're gonna kill off this guy. I'm totally serious that at the moment I do not care. I'm just gonna keep the freshest hatchling. Actually, that was a lie, because I'm already grooming it, and then maybe it's gonna lay an egg with a stone hatchling chance of already 7%. So never mind. I would say we open this here up for business. I would like to see a lot of excavation right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and queue up a little something here. We want to excavate all of this, that is for sure. Maybe we go even one level up. Yeah, let's do that. And this way we can go all the way up to here without breaking the lock there. But maybe just to be sure, I want to build some tiles in case I'm making some bad decisions later down the line. The liquid lock is completed. We're gonna deconstruct this, make sure they bring nothing more. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. I also would like to see a door. I believe that is a better solution than genocide, so I can just leave the Draco do its thing, but it is not gonna enter the base because of the door. I think in the next episode I want to get rid of the rock crusher. Well, not get rid of it, but I want to replace it with the refinery. The rock crusher can do things the refinery can't do. However, it is a waste if you're using it to refine materials. We have a nice small ice biome we could take advantage of in order to cool down the refinery setup, which would probably last us easily 100 or so cycles. Devin, man, sometimes, I mean, what were you thinking? Why don't you start from right to left? Devin, I should just let you die. But oh well, I'm not gonna be that guy. So I'm gonna help you. But now you come back and do the right move. Come on, dude. How can one duplicate be this stupid? Just don't. Wait. Okay, you dig that, and now you move. We're not just gonna move over here, Devin. Yes. And then please dig away that tile. Thank you. And then you go there. Holy cow. Otto, did you not just listen what I said to Devin a second ago? The question is now, are there any critters we have missed? I don't think so. At least not for the starting planetoid. I was hoping that maybe we also find some pips, but that is not the case. I did have it as a care package once, but as you know, this is not really allowed. I guess we're gonna find a pip on another planetoid. So mission for today is actually successful, and we have another exit out of the base with an atmosuit dock, so we don't need to suffer all the eye irritations and things. I was kind of getting sick of the complaints. Freaking duplicants seem to think we're making holidays here. Anyways guys, with that out of the way, we're gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for the support on this series. It is amazing, exhilarating, and really motivating. Have a great time and see you soon. Bye bye.